Ladies and gentlemen,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. Seats are warm. Do well.
Good to see you.
Let's get this guy plugged in.
Essential Pest Control keeps bugs, call or 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
Reggie. He's gonna need to be
You
plugged in
didn't,
for a
you
minute.
didn't mute yours.
I did. Did I do it all the way? Here, so I had to hit another button, stick it back in the sheet. Got pickles and Dr. Pepper over there. That's the same one. If you have like an older one, you can still use it.
Uh, on November 8th, we will be at Car Bottle, and that is the brewery. They have the Murphy Gherkin.
Hello. How are you? Not feeling well? Oh god, that sucks. Well, we're just kind of hanging out right now, so you're welcome to come. I think the other seat is empty.
But yeah, oddly enough, Sonora used to work for me. I think you were like one of my first servers.
Yeah, I
like,
did actually.
billion years ago.
It's been a long time.
We started off really small. All I did originally was I think I had just a specials board because I had no idea what I was doing. I was basically fresh out of culinary school and just trying to figure out how this entire world works, even though I was in it since I was 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing was listening to the locals and everything that they really enjoyed, and just started to build a menu off that, and it kind of snowballed from there. But yeah, what I really enjoyed doing was I started getting into wine tasting a lot because Sonoita is like such a huge wine area. It was a Gordon that started basically the entire region at Sonoita Vineyards, and after being able to kind of figure out where everybody was coming from and all the different styles that people were bringing to the table, I started experimenting more and more with like, how can we make this wine taste so much better? How can I make the food taste so much better? And all that came from a little project my mom and I started when I was 19. It was just something I did when I was in college. I'd come back home and the two of us would go to World Market and pick like a French or Italian or whatever section, and we'd drink wine and talk about just how it would taste with like different things. And
Sure.
so that really kind of like was like a nice connection for the two of us to have, given our background.
You know, speaking of wine, Chef Joshua just handed a pickle and soda to Sonora. Why don't you? And I apologize about cutting in, but we got about 40 seconds here. But before we have to go to the first break,
This is gonna take pairing to a whole new level.
yeah, what are we doing here?
So pickle pack.
So Sonora likes some pickles and she likes Dr. Pepper. And I saw this on TikTok like a month ago. So we've been talking about offline. So I finally was able to bring it up when she's actually here. So I snuck it in today.
Am I supposed to eat the pickle and then drink the Dr. Pepper, or just drink the Dr. Pepper? Like,
Well, there is some pickle juice in there anyways. So it's already kind of mixed.
If you're doing a traditional tasting, you do sip, taste, sip.
this is just weird. I don't know. I love Dr. Pepper, but I'm not so sure about this one.
Salute,
guys.
that is the oddest thing I've ever tried. All right.
Needs whiskey.
That's a crunchy pickle, though. And for everybody that's listening on the radio, you got to go to YouTube and check out the faces that are being made right now. In
So
studio.
sorry I had to do that.
We do not endorse Mr. Olive Pickles, but we are definitely representing him strong today. All right. But we'll be right back after the break with Sonora and Adam and Joshua. Special thank you to all of our sponsors. That's Saka, Vero Premium Beef, Your Financial Guy, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail. And as always, stay tasty, Tucson. Hello, this is Wesley Sorce with the Tucson Tasty Show. With every tasty bite from VEPremiumBeef.com, you get premium beef flavor. From the amazing ground beef to the melt in your mouth ribeye steaks, Every ounce is exceptionally aged for more than 21 days, giving
Take it back a little bit. So
and that's VE.
All right, I'll try you. He's not listening to me. I was going to give him an odd pairing. When I was in junior high, are you listening? All right. When I was in junior high, I was having some chocolate ice cream with a friend of mine, and she liked having mustard on her chocolate ice cream. Now, does that sound like an odd pairing? She liked it. All of our taste buds don't work alike, Wesley.
Park, Patrick and Betsy are here to top-notch printing. They've got you covered. Trust the experts at Allegra to boost your business to the next level. Visit them today at Park and 22nd. Allegra.
COVID, like cough and share. So he said he'd wait out there. But it's not horrible.
Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Sorce. We're here enjoying some amazing soda and pickle. Compliments of herrings, yes, with compliments of Chef Joshua. It's not entirely terrible, but I would compare it to some pickle beers that I've tried recently. They're not all good. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it's quite an experience. But thank you to all of our amazing sponsors. Again, that's Saka Vero Premium Beef, Your Financial Guide, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail, and don't forget to like, subscribe, friend, follow, and repeat. Share and repeat. There we go. If you want to be a part of the conversation, dial 520-790-2040, and you'll be able to ask us any question related to food. And so why don't we jump back in with Chef Adam, and Sonora knows more or more about this than anybody else, I guess, since you've worked with him for such a long time, right? So I'm so glad that you're here today.
Yeah, I know. It was a fun surprise when I heard that he was going to be on the show.
yeah, I called you yesterday and I was like, what are we doing?
So so we talked a little bit about your inspiration. What is your goal with the cafe?
So right now, I actually had 2 twin boys back in 2022, and I decided to take a step back from doing the constant every day where it's just like you're working, 100-hour a week.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, I decided to go more into caterings and private events. And lately, I've only been open for Friday and Saturday nights, focusing on just making sure that I can bring the best experiences I can to people. And what's actually kind of strange after having kids and being the stay-at-home dad for as long as I have is it puts a lot of stuff in perspective. And I think that it's actually made me a better chef, being able to slow down and actually pay more attention to the flavors that I really want to bring out and focus on. It's actually kind of mind-blowing in the weirdest way. I never thought, oh, thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
I never thought that I'd get to a place where I would like stop in the culinary world. And it was kind of strange to really be, how do I put this? I guess in a place where I can actually reflect. Everything's always been go, 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 go in my life. And now it's you have 2 twins and it's go, 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 go. Oh, there's food now.
Right.
You'd be in the moment with the kids and the food and
Well, what's really cool is my son Theodore has a huge love of cooking already, and he made his first dish, oddly enough, the other day. He got all the ingredients out and he was really curious. And it may not seem like much, but he wound up making a three berry sauce, I guess. It'd be more
Mm.
like a syrup.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like taken back because when I originally was helping him for the first time, he wanted to try it before he chose what ingredients he wanted to play with. I was like, oh, we should make this into a oatmeal because, oh, this is a good breakfast item. We can have this with waffles. It'll be nice. And the second time, literally the next day, he's like, I want this, 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 this. And he's just pointing to stuff because he's like starting to talk. And he got the pans out, he got his spatulas out, and he pointed to the ingredients he needed. It was fascinating to watch, and it really puts in perspective what I do, which is so intrinsic in me that I don't actually think about it anymore.
Mm.
And so it's really, really cool to see that I can have this influence on, like, I guess the next generation of these little cooks. It's pretty neat.
Right? Yeah, being parent is something else. Wait until they get older and start talking back to you.
Oh, they already do. It's
That's the true moment of joy is when they tell you no.
Trust me, I get no kicked in the face and pinched a lot.
Times two.
Yeah, Lucas is a little bit more like aggressive, not in like a bad way. He's just very good at getting his way.
Interesting. So twins. So we know who the evil twin is.
Both of them.
Oh, both of them.
It's both.
Got it. How old are they again?
They are going to be 2.5 in December.
Yeah, they're not evil at all. They're just 2-year-olds.
They're just cute. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah, I don't
That's it.
understand like where people say like terrible twos. I think it's terrific twos. Just watching them like
The
just
tyrannical
jump
trees
and-
are even better.
I thought it was three-nature now.
Free nature.
Yeah. That's the new term, just teenager.
Here we go. So what kind of ingredients and collaborations do you have other than Vera Earl? Obviously, Vera Earl is a strong one because they're right next door, so it's you can literally walk next door to get supplies,
I
right?
literally do.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Yeah, I actually get a lot of my stuff from Shamrock because they work with a lot of local produce and stuff like that. And then as far as the drinks at the cafe, as I try to go as much Arizona as humanly possible, I'll go down the street to whatever winery that I'm feeling at the time. So I'll go work with Hasselwein's, Rue, Deep Sky,
Mhm.
Lightning Ridge, like name them. I like just wandering over to see what all the new products are after Crush.
So since you're down in Sonora, you try any of the stuff from the meeting room or some of that stuff in there?
I actually haven't had a chance to go there since they opened. When they first started, it was really cool and I loved a lot of their meads, but I haven't had any chance to actually go over there, which is rough because I really, really want to. And my wife enjoys a little bit more of the sweet sour drinks.
Sure.
So
Well, they're not necessarily sweet because I mean, I guess
Some of them are-
like dry fruity, same style, yeah.
There are some that are dry, is a little bit more alcoholic, but there are some more of the sweeter ones.
Mm.
And then they,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
also do some of like the sparkling to make it more of like a champagne, but based on the honey wines.
the lineup that they had when they brought it or when they
Oh.
brought stuff in,
And
it's
the
just
sweet one
crazy.
that they had, the smoked one that they had.
Mhm.
Oh, they still make that? That's awesome.
Well, they
Oh, yeah.
sometimes seasonal too.
Yeah.
Sometimes it depends on what time of the season you are. So it's like they always have a different list and stuff. So you never know what you're going to get sometimes.
That's awesome.
I was going to make a
Like
reference.
black chocolate.
I'm pulling it back. So yeah, no, the meeting room is pretty great, but I mean, there's so many different wineries out there, though. I mean,
Dude, they've got up to like 20
those-
something now.
I was going to say two heads. Dos Cabeces.
You're not
Same
wrong.
thing.
Different language.
Just translating automatically. But no, Dos Cabeces is a lot of fun to go in and some of the wines that they have. And he made a champagne style. It's not champagne because we're not in Champagne, obviously, but it's a champagne style that's actually. I'm not usually a white person or white. I usually go for a red. I don't usually go for sweet. I usually go for dry, and this one kind of hits right in the middle of everything. So it's
Is that their rosé or is it the?
I can't think of the name of it.
Because I know that
I
they
always
have
miss the name of that one.
They have a sparkling rosé that's really good.
It's-
You'll see that in the can.
It
from
comes.
time to time, too.
It comes in the bigger bottle.
Man, we were just there too.
Anyways, but
I was like, there's so much stuff.
oh, but that was really
You
good.
didn't know that would be a test.
If you're listening to this,
I
please give us a call.
I am disappointed that Laramida Cellars isn't out there because I think that they would do actually really well with the tasting room out in Sonoita, in the Sonoita area. They have their vineyard out in Wilcox. I don't think they have a tasting room actually at all right now, but they're really amazing. Laramida Cellars.
Laramida.
And maybe that's an opportunity to bring in something that's very local. In fact, it's the Chiricahua branch. No, Chiricahua Chiricahua Vineyards, and they actually supply the grapes to a lot of the wineries in Sonoita,
That's cool.
partnership wise. You know,
Have you had a chance to had any of the Zapara wines out in Wilcox?
not yet.
There's a small little winery that's been out there for I think about 7 or 8 years now.
Yeah, no,
They're
we've
really
been there.
good. Yeah.
We were there a couple of years ago. I had a friend that was had a pistachio farm out there, and he was selling it, and it was the last month that he was going to be there. So he's like, "Hey, everybody, come out and have burgers."
What was he like right next to Sam?
Maybe. But he it was really good. It was really, or those pistachios were the best pistachios on as far as I'm concerned that I've ever had. They were called Wicked Nuts.
Yeah, I knew that brand. I've heard
Yeah.
of them before.
And they're gone now.
Oh.
But then he took us around to all the wineries, and then we came back and had burgers and hot dogs and stuff. It was a lot of fun, and pistachios obviously on everything.
Toasted pistachio burger doesn't sound too bad.
I was just
Make
thinking about
pistachio
it. I was like,
butter.
oh,
That'd be
Thinking
killer.
of burgers, so this is something that I'm like, Adam, I know you've changed your game a little bit, but
Well, I still
it-
like making the.
but he does. So it used to be like, obviously, I mean, he uses our ground beef for the burgers now, so that's cool. But even before then, like a big thing with the cafe was Adam had amazing burgers, and he still does. But he always had a specialty burger that he called the ape burger.
Because
And and this is where I'm thinking of this whole pistachio thing. I mean, anything you could put on a burger. It's kind of like maybe like Thunder Bacon-esque,
it kind of has like that omakase in a style. That's originally where I kind of came up with it.
but
Smash burger ish.
Well,
But not-
omakase in Japanese was like chef's choice.
like yeah, so not smash burger, but anything you could put on a burger, just put on a burger. Like
Oh.
I had a pasta burger one time, and he
Oh,
literally
yeah, that's
put
good.
spaghetti.
Have you ever put pig blood on a burger? Because Thunder Bacon Burger did that.
What?
If you reduce it down,
Hollandaise. He did a pig blood hollandaise.
I don't know so much about the hollandaise, but I can see you reducing it down and then adding it with a little bit of berry, so you have kind of an iron berry flavor. That'd be good.
Mm.
yeah, so
with
like
the-
Benedict. So
Yeah.
like, you put on.
Oh,
If
okay.
you
So
did with
it's like
Gruyere,
stuff-
that'd be killer.
Man.
He started with a little skull, so it's like a little had the whole thing. It's like it looked really cool blood.
So we have about 30 seconds
Yeah,
before we
it's
go off
terrifying.
to the bottom of the hour here. So I'm Wesley Sorce, your host of the Tucson Tasty Show. We'll be right back with more, and we're going to do Tasty Bites, which is really exciting. Thank you to our sponsors. That's Saka, Vera Earl Premium Beef. That's VEPremiumBeef.com. Your financial guy, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing, Print and Mail. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we are officially live on Instagram.
That's a good time.
And we're still live. Everybody can still hear us, just so everybody knows. And this is kind of like the behind the scenes. So we have about a 3-minute break here. But if you want to get set up for the Tasty Bites, now's
Yeah,
a good
sure.
time.
Not smoking as much as I can.
Are you okay?
So when you use it, so when you're using a wine and cooking, you go
Oh.
in the morning.
No,
You didn't have to come in.
that's insane. I was like,
No.
whatever's open,
It's like-
honestly,
it's like-
because it's
Okay.
like already starting to oxidize.
So
But
temperature for the last 25
never
hours.
use it.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm back there. I made sure earlier this month.
No, you're good.
They got this little bottle of wine. I'm like, that's exactly a couple wine.
Yeah,
bottles.
man. Like seriously, you don't need good stuff because you're just trying to pull out
I
specific
had
flavors.
this one,
That was like
or I
5
think
days
this is the one that's just the different.
I had
wine.
temperature for 5
Do you
days.
still have small glasses?
Yeah,
I
just
just
got
got cough like getting there.
Oh, look at that.
So I'm gonna
Check it out.
oddly walk you through
There's some pickle.
tasting.
There's some pickle in there too.
Oh, what is that? Oh, well, pickle in the beer. That's actually a thing. Because
Yeah, it's really
it's in, actually that would actually make the IPA taste better. because part of the IPA it's really bitter, right? So if you put the pickle in there, it's the salty and then the vinegar, right? It'll balance out the vinegar and the bitterness.
You're super tasty.
Yeah, it's actually
confusing me.
This one actually might not work as well because it's already a fruit forward IPA.
But I don't drink.
So this is going to be more citrus and pineapple notes.
Okay.
Put that on.
So here's the one with closet brine. So the difference is whenever they make
It's a
that,
little spicier.
well, no, it tastes more cucumber.
Yeah, the gold, like other times.
So these ones,
Just odd.
they never heat
That
up.
one.
It's always,
That's
it's always,
so. I know we're behind the scenes here. Like, I love sauce and pickles. Like that is the epitome of
Snack
good
pickles, stuff like that.
crunchy pickle.
90 seconds.
So,
90 seconds.
but I do agree that the juice.
brine, you need a,
You just, yeah, you gotta have like, I can't sit there and drink, like, I'll drink the Clausen juice because you just don't waste pickle juice, but like,
That's what I do.
I
Yeah.
want pickle juice.
Charlie horse in the middle of the night.
So
I want,
let's go back. You drink pickle juice.
yes, I do. Straight from the jar,
I don't-
because I'm that kind of person.
It's delicious.
It is.
Mess around with your love for pickles. If you're low on electrolytes, it actually just saves your life.
I saved all the
All
pickles
that stuff.
from,
Like,
for the pickle juice.
You're talking to me.
And like, what are you supposed to do with all the hard boiled eggs? They're all just lost. It's delicious. All right.
I didn't fire my head.
Let's go to this for a second.
Amidst the ancient ruins of a forgotten civilization, a mysterious temple pulsates with an otherworldly energy. The guardian of this taste-defying sanctuary moves forward, a figure shrouded in enigma and power. He doesn't just taste food, he summons forgotten flavors and awakens dormant passions. Behold, the Wizard of Food, Wesley Sorce, and the Tucson Tasty Show.
If you want to try this.
Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm your host, Wesley Sorce, and we're here live in studio
We'll just do it.
and having a blast. I mean, it's been a great show. We've got pickles from Chef Joshua. We've got Sonora from Barrel Premium Beef. We've got producer Tina dancing in the corner. I don't know what she's doing, but you gotta go to YouTube at the Tasty Show 520. Don't forget to subscribe and check us out. We are live on Instagram as well, so and Facebook. So we're everywhere.
Yeah.
But we've got Chef Adam. He is plating some tasty looking ribs, and he's going to tell us all about it as soon as he gets done. No rush. But thank you
Chef.
to our amazing sponsors. That's Viral Premium Beef, Your Financial Guide, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Labor and Marketing, Print and Mail, and Saka. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share. So, again, if you are curious about what's going on with the
Keep going.
food truck food fights, all you have to do is go to tastyshow.com and check it out. And it's going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come out and join us. It's free to attend. We're going to have a ton of food trucks, vendors, live music. Sonora just opened for ZZ Top last night, and they did an incredible job. Just an incredible job. And they're going to be there for the 22nd and the 6th. 6th of December, 22nd of November.
They are phenomenally talented. If
they
you
are.
guys have not seen them, you will not regret it.
Yes. And I also would like to welcome to our team Yvonne. Yes, they said that right. It's been one of those days.
Yeah.
Yvonne, and she is joining us to help get the word out about what we do and why we do it. And welcome to the team.
Thank you.
And so, Chef, tell us about what you got.
So my dad and I have had this competition for about say 20 years to see who can make the best ribs.
Mm, mhm.
It's me. just to make sure that he knows that.
So, sorry, Dad.
No, I can 100% guarantee that he will refute that as soon as that he hears this, and then probably come back with something. He was like, "Hey, I smoked this. It's gonna be fantastic. I did it with these green curry." I'm like, "Ah, he's right." But
Oh boy.
this time around, I decided to make barbecue sauce for y'all as well.
Hmm.
And this is from scratch barbecue sauce. It's just kind of I decided to go with a little bit more of a playful citrus note with it. And
We're going in for the look.
sorry I didn't make it pretty.
Yeah, the ribs are falling off the bone, so that's
So-
a good sign.
I thought it'd be kind of fun to explain how my brain works with the flavor profiles that I do and why I like pairing stuff with just beers and wine. Interesting is if you guys want to follow along, is we can do the normal rib first, the one without the barbecue sauce, and how I've taught people in the past is you sip a little bit of beer or wine and then you eat a little bit of whatever food that you have.
Do we try the food first?
So sip whatever beer or wine you have. And so that way what it's doing is it's setting up a palate. And with this, as I was saying a little bit earlier, is that you're going to get a little bit more citrus and pineapple. I guess more kind of Hawaiian flavors in this IPA. What is it? Motherbird from Flagstaff.
That's Tower Station IPA.
It's a very good beer.
St. Louis style ribs,
Baby back.
baby back.
Mhm.
Okay.
And so how I do these is I steam them in a convection oven for a long period of time. I do normally steam them in a little bit of beer, using a mixture of my style of herbs. It's actually kind of interesting. And so after you sip the beer, you're setting up your palate to make it so specific flavors in the pork are going to come out, and then you sip the beer again. It's going to change the flavor of the beer and the pork after you go in for the second bite.
I always get a pineapple on that at the IPA. That
Yeah,
is,
it comes out more, right?
yeah,
That's what I was going for.
all right.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, this is the first IPA that I'm going to say is halfway decent.
All right.
I am not an IPA man.
All right. So you're going to have a little bit of fun with this one. Now do the exact same thing with a piece that has barbecue sauce on it. And it's going to make it so it should have a little bit more of a citrus note coming out, probably closer to a tangerine or a mango. And yes, I know a mango's not a citrus.
And this is what everybody in Sonoita does all day long, right? Is pairings and sipping and tasting. And
I've got 2 kids. This is what I do all day long.
You should just
We
bring out
totally
the
become-
cafe and then like we
That's so
next door, you know, like
yes and yes.
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny. Even when I'm not open for lunch anymore, I still have people come and they're like, "Are you open?" I was like, "Yeah, come on in." I was like, "I'm just doing prep, but if you want to try, I'll make you some hamburgers or a sandwich."
You here's a little history. I used to drive down to Sierra Vista all the time for work, and everybody in Sierra Vista would talk about your sandwiches and how I would need to stop on my way back to get a sandwich. And I finally did once, and it was a good sandwich. So thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, it's actually
That's the end of the story. That's it.
it's kind of funny. When I was younger and a lot more ambitious with my career, we did the Tucson Iron Chef, and I do all of these charities like March Dimes, or lately I did the Southern Arizona food bank,
Mhm.
and right now my wife just moved to was it the Ronald McDonald House, and so I helped make them some whiskey for their house party a couple of weeks ago. That
That's
was
right.
really fun.
That's right. I've met your wife.
Yeah. Were you at the house party at all or no?
I had 4 events that night.
Oh, yeah.
you did like was it bacon infused whiskey?
That was the
Something?
bacon infused whiskey. I had never heard of it before, and I was like, "Oh, all right, I'll give it a shot." And I tasted it, and I was like,
Bacon infused whiskey or whiskey infused bacon?
both. So what ended up happening is that I wound up saving all of the extra bacon fat after it was infused in the whiskey. So you strain it out with a coffee filter or cheesecloth.
Mm.
And we gave it to, oh man, I can't remember who we gave it to, but they used it in order to make frosting, I believe, for like cupcakes. And so and when she had it, she's like, "Did you take all the whiskey out of this?" I was like, "Probably not."
It'll just be more fun.
Also works with butter.
Oh yeah,
Brought some in a while back. That was really good. Use that to make like a butter cream, or just add the butter into like your spice cake.
oh yeah. I could not believe how long it actually took me to do. I think it was like a 3 or 4 day project.
Yeah.
But it came out very, very well. The fat kind of coated the tongue, so you wouldn't get as much of that heat and bite from the whiskey. And then the oak was a little bit more forward. It was really nice.
To shake up your jar. 'Cause when I did the butter,
I did
every now and then, every 6 hours or so, I remember turn it upside down, just flip it over.
I actually did it with a hand blender. So that's how I infused it.
Oh, nice. Even more.
That's tasty. I love the Ronald McDonald House mission. I mean, it's incredible. They came in and they talked to us. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we actually, when the boys were born, my partner had to have a C-section. And when my son Theodore was in the NICU, I think he was in there for 10 days, I would go down, and when I could, I would wheel my wife down or have a nurse come and help us. And the Ronald McDonald House was like right next to the NICU. And whenever I needed a break from constantly having to run back and forth between like the 2 stories of the hospital, it was really nice to be able to go in there and just have like a Caprice on in like 5 minutes to reset.
Yeah, we did the same thing with my oldest daughter was in the NICU for 5 days, and if it wasn't for the Ronald McDonald House, we wouldn't have slept for 5 days because there was no way we were going to leave.
Yeah.
Or
They're so itty bitty.
At the hospital unattended to go home and sleep. It didn't feel right. So but they wouldn't let us anyways, that's a whole nother thing. They did an amazing job. They took care of everything. It wasn't serious, but it was definitely, she just needed to be monitored. So they did an amazing job. So tell us a little bit more about actually, you know what, let's ask this question. What is one thing that you absolutely have to have in the kitchen?
A knife.
Okay.
He's not wrong.
No. Fair enough. I just, the way he said it though, it was a knife. So that's 4 chefs for knives.
Now, in all honesty, one of my favorite kind of cheats is always having either Cajun or Creole seasoning and garlic salt.
All right.
Old Bay.
I love Old Bay.
So,
or I can't remember the name of the company, but it has like the little chef on it. He's like the Louisiana brand, or Slap Your Mama.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Slap Your Mama.
I can't even think. I don't know.
I can't think of it either, but
Because I use it. And
I actually think it's the Creole. I think it's Creole seasoning.
It's just Creole seasoning.
I think it actually just might be Creole.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I think Tony's Creole
Yes,
seasoning.
that's exactly what it is.
I was like, my dad used to use it all the time cooking growing up, and then it just stuck with me. It's just a good mix.
Well, we'll be right back for our last segment right after this break. Thank you to our amazing sponsors. That's Vera Oral Premium Beef, Your Financial Guy, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra, Marketing, Print and Mail, and of course, Saka. And as always, stay tasty, Tucson.
I was surprised when I found out that Old Bay does not actually have bay seasoning in it. Because I'm like, I just have a bay seasoning. Let's see what I got. But that,
So,
no Old Bay.
I have to say, and I can say this,
cayenne pepper.
like, Wes, I don't like IPAs, but that was a really good combo.
Isn't that cool? I actually went through like 3 different beers when I was like trying to figure this out. And I was like, because originally I was going to bring you guys Vorstoffer original lager, but I felt like it just got lost in the fat of the ribs. And then the original plan was to bring you Oak Creek Amber Ale, because I thought it would have
Pork?
what allergies.
Capsaicin.
Oh, is there any ice?
Yeah, no, sorry. There's
Yeah,
Cayenne
but I
pepper.
figured that's why I said I had to wait, because if they're cayenne, I can't have it. I'm highly allergic.
unfortunately no. I'm sorry.
That's why I didn't go to official.
No, it's all
Was there
right.
cumin in your
You
barbecue
have to
sauce?
taste everything, you know?
No, I try not to come in it.
Oh, my God.
I'm so glad that right now I'm playing commercials.
Oh man, you're out of here.
No, I don't use cumin in it.
Take away his beer. All good.
This 2 ounces has got me tipsy.
Hey, you'd be surprised.
Who's that face?
So what's with the beer and the pickle? What do you?
Like,
Oh, actually, I'm curious about the beer and the pickle now.
I thought you're into it.
That's what you're talking about. We were talking about doing the beer. And
Well,
pickle.
I just literally put the pickle in the beer. And it actually, I don't think it changed the flavor of the beer that much, but just
Changed
right now,
the
my bite of the pickle was
Very hoppy.
This is what a hoppy pickle.
not, yeah.
Welcome back to the Tucson Tasty Show. I'm Wesley Sorce, your host, and we're having a party here in the studio. That's why we're so rambunctious. Thank you. But we're chatting with Chef Adam Puckle. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
Okay. From the cafe down in Sonoita, we have Sonora from Sonoita. That's the Vera Oral Premium Beef, and that's vepremiumbeef.com.
It is.
Yes, and then we have Chef Joshua over in the corner. We're going to talk about VE Premium Beef for just a minute. You guys have an amazing subscription box, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I waited
Yeah,
until
ask me questions while I'm eating.
I waited until you put a big mouthful of ribs in there. But
Pickle.
pickle. It's a
Yeah,
pickle.
it was actually a pickle. I was gonna do like the pickle rib combo, so like try.
That sounds really good too.
So tell us about this amazing Vero Premium Beef Tasty Show box that you have available for only $99.
We do. So it is $99 a month. It's a subscription. So once you apply, you'll get it monthly. And the box features our base is 5 pounds of ground beef so that you're never without ground. And then every month it features a surprise steak cut, a surprise griller item. So hot dogs, bougie burgers. We actually just launched our brisket burgers. Those were the surprise griller from the first month. They're amazing if you haven't tried them. Griddle only. Do not put them on an open flame.
So just melt them.
You just want
That or your flames will be about 3 feet high.
Have you ever cooked a lamb burger?
Yeah, actually,
I'm not too worried about the brisket burger.
All right. Well,
Lamb is far
Is it?
worse.
oh,
that's so good
I'm-
though.
Oh yeah, no, I love
This
it.
is a beef household, sir.
Okay.
All right. Anyways, and then
Okay.
and then the last thing is you'll get a surprise snack item. So you'll snack sticks, jerky. We actually just launched our steak strips this week. I know I am slacking. I did not bring them.
Steak strips. What are steak strips?
So steak strips are gonna be, it's kind of like a cross almost between like a snack stick and a jerky. It's a ground formed jerky, but it's made with ribeyes, New Yorks, and fillets. And that is it. So they're absolutely delicious.
So we're
it's-
following you home because you have it at home and you're just
Yes,
like, oh,
apparently
you're
I'm
out. So-
going to be bringing them to you guys.
No, it's your house.
You just, yeah, okay, well, I hate
I don't want
this
to cook
moment.
tonight.
Anyways, yeah, so those are a brand new snack item. We just got those in. So I've got original and sweet heat.
Mm.
So
Yeah, I think one of my friends was saying that they tried them. You guys did you release them this week or last week?
we just got them this week.
Okay, so it was the beef jerky basically. They were saying it was amazing.
Yeah, the jerky's cowboy style. We actually just got one new flavor of that too, which is hot and spicy. So that's been our #1 request. Down here makes a lot of sense. So
Have you ever heard the story about the hot Cheetos?
yes.
Oh, how it got started.
I
where
am
the
like
guy
a hot Cheeto
Did it?
aficionado,
Took
man.
over the entire
He
facility.
became vice president, if I remember correctly, after
Yep.
everything's said and done.
Yeah, yep. Go to Netflix. Sorry.
Josh is over
Side
here
note,
like
squirrel.
judging me.
I don't like hot Cheetos.
Oh my god. Like that is the holy trinity right there. Pickles.
It's literally just it's a
and
low
Cheetos,
it's a
man.
low seasoning
The-
and
the
cheese.
cheddar jalapeno one, the Cheetos.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Like, it's the red, and it's like everybody puts it on everything nowadays. And it's like it's kind of a cheat thing. It's like, oh, what can I put on this burger or pizza or anything? Let me just crunch up some hot Cheetos.
I get that. I get it. But hot Cheetos has its place in the crunchy chip Hall of Fame. Flame.
Oh, flame.
That
That's
was
good. Yeah.
That's good.
It actually, it's kind of like, it's unique, like the story about the Doritos. Do you know how Doritos got started?
Yeah, at Disneyland.
Yeah, Disney. I like this guy. He knows random
I
weird
did
flag
not know
facts that I know.
that.
Yeah,
So Disneyland, actually, they had tortillas, corn tortillas that they were just throwing away every night because they had this Mexican style cafe, and one of the, or I think it was a janitor or something.
Yeah,
like
it was a
that.
janitor who fried them
Yeah,
because they were
it's like,
all the extra tortillas. Yeah.
So what?
so he cut them up and put them in the fryer and then served them the next day with the seasoning on top, and that's what started Doritos.
So what you're telling me is that maintenance men and janitors know what they're doing when it comes to seasoned chips, correct?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Like,
I've tried to create the perfect
I
chip
would-
for years, and I don't have that experience.
Everybody's going to be running to their maintenance people and janitors.
What ideas do you have?
And they're gonna have like some of the best food too.
Well, everybody can cook. That's a key fundamental thing. Whether they cook well or not, is another thing.
Yeah,
But
they have the capability of cooking. that's
everybody
true.
has the capability of cooking, and we get some of the weirdest things from the weirdest places, right? So it's just being open and willing to accept that. More
Well,
than
what was the weirder, crazy thing that came out a couple years ago? The pink ranch that wound up
Oh.
giving so many people food poisoning.
Yeah.
I don't.
Have not-
Maybe not everybody should be experimenting with this.
I don't like ranch, so maybe that saved me.
Oh yeah, it was like on TikTok or Instagram or whatever, and oh my goodness, like just watching this, I was like, nobody should put anything pink in their body like that. Looked like Pepto Bismol, but they're like, it's ranch. I'm
Those
like,
bad
oh,
ideas on
really?
medium rare
sounds
chicken.
squishy.
Yeah. Oh
Sounds
goodness,
squishy.
I think it was the same person.
Probably.
There was a medium rare chicken person. Yeah,
Just trying to see if somebody would try to get sick. Here.
Salmonella poisoning.
really pushing the envelope in the culinary world.
Yeah, yeah, medium rare chicken. No, please cook your chicken to 165 in the center. But the I forgot where I was even going. The only ranch that I ever really enjoyed was the original E.G.'s Ranch.
Oh yeah.
But it was a sour cream based, and it was amazing.
You know, it's really funny.
Really good. Now they've changed it, and they've changed it, and they changed it, and now they bottle it, but it's not even remotely close to the same thing.
You know what's insane? I think that you might remember this, Sonora, is I used to make this ranch called Scranch, which was sour cream ranch, and I'd make it from scratch. And I kind of upset Sonoita for probably about a year because I'd only randomly make it because I thought it was just like, oh, I'm out of ranch. I need to make something. And I threw this stuff together and people would always request it. And I just never marketed it. And so I either made a lot of people very happy or a lot of people very angry with me.
I think that was like part of your like MO though. Like you just did stuff when you felt like it or when you had it, and that's what made it special. Is you never knew if you were going to be able to get the same thing or not. So you kind of had to keep coming back to try different things. Like
I feel like this is the bear. We have to have a different menu every night.
Oh
Yeah.
man,
Chaos menu.
that show just gives me insane PTSD. It's too close to it.
That's why you're
I feel like that is like at least the third time I've heard that on this show.
Yes.
So my life is basically a mix of the Bear and Bob's Burgers.
I've never seen Bob's Burgers.
You should check it out. The show's amazing.
Okay.
That's hip hop.
So Sonora, she just took a big bite for everybody out in Radio Land. So Chef Joshua, what do you have going on in the world?
Well, going back up to the Ore Valley Foodie and Arts Festival tomorrow.
Cool. What time is it open?
I believe it's 11 o'clock or could be 10. I'm going to be there at 12. And I don't know the exact time, but I'm going to be there around noon. So I know it'll be open at noon.
All right. Well, I will see you up there. Look for the hat.
Always.
That's a.
And the shirt.
I went to a concert last night and I didn't wear a hat because we were at the ZZ Top thing. Nobody recognized me. I walked up to people and like, what do you want? And I'm like, hey, it's Wesley.
Who's
and
this?
they go, oh, it's you. And I was like, yes. Branding achieved.
Incognito.
Yes. Well, it's good to know. I've got to try it out every once in a while to see if I can get into restaurants without people going, it's the Tucson Tasty Show guy.
Let me make it the best plate for him.
Right.
Like everybody else's plate.
Well, and yeah.
Well, they should
Exactly.
make it the best
I do
play
the
for
same way. It's like I don't tell
Exactly.
people. I don't tell people when I come in to review the food or take photos of it. It's like whatever you served me, I'm taking a picture of. So if it's you messed it up, hey, that's what you got.
I remember when I was younger, one of the chefs that I went to culinary school with always said, imagine that it doesn't matter who is coming through that door, just imagine that they're a Michelin star raider.
Mhm.
So always try to do the best foot forward. And yeah, it's not gonna always be possible, but having that mentality helps a little bit and takes away the stress after you get used to it.
That's actually that brings up another movie that I really like and enjoy, Burnt. And
yeah.
the first time that they think that the Michelin star people are in, and they lose their bananas, and then it completely screwed up, and the guy was
Yeah, it
trying
turns
to
out it was just some.
and it was just
Yeah.
some
Ran
guys
over
that
on the
were
floor.
trying to make sure that their food was the
That was
best.
Bradley Cooper, right?
Yeah, that was a good. That was a good one. I like that one.
What was the horror movie with cooking? I
The
really
Menu?
enjoyed that one.
Oh,
Yeah, the menu. Oh, I love that movie.
That was with Voldemort.
Explains why the food looks so good.
I'm trying to think of one other cooking
It's
movie I
magic.
like. And
We have a thing in our house that it's
It's Ralph Fiennes, and you always call him Voldemort.
Ralph
Ralph Fiennes.
Fiennes and
Is it the guy that played
Neeson.
Voldemort?
No,
Oh, and Liam Neeson, and you always
Liam
like.
Neeson.
I'm like,
Yeah, I always watch it back and forth. But I swap them back and forth all the
That,
time.
now I'm gonna have to go look this up.
They look like they could be twins, but
Just an imagining a taken version of Harry Potter.
thank you so much for joining us on today on the Tucson Tasty Show. Thank you to our special guest and sponsor, Sonora Vera Premium Beef, Adam of the Cafe, Chef Joshua, Vera Premium Beef, your financial guide, Cody Peck, Network Outdoors, Local First Arizona, Allegra Marketing Print and Mail. Thank you for tuning into the Tucson Tasty Show. Remember to savor every delicious bite and keep those taste buds excited. We'll see you soon. Signing off. For now, stay tasty, Tucson.
It was awesome.
I forget the other movie I like, but it's like
All right, everybody.
bringing a steak back.
Catch us next week on